Hey, happy Wednesday. How are you today? Hey, this week's message is going to be short and sweet, but I hope that it resonates with you. I had somebody ask me this week, why'd you choose Wednesdays to do your messages? And the reason I chose Wednesdays is because historically Wednesdays have sucked for me. There's no other way to put it. Wednesdays were just a drag to get up Wednesday morning and have to go to work. Like, oh, this week is just dragging on. This work week will never be over. But then at the end of the day, Wednesday, I don't know, it was like psychologically, it was like the tipping point day of the week, where once I got through Wednesday, then Thursday and Friday seemed like a breeze. But Wednesday, for whatever reason, was just really hard for me. So the reason I chose Wednesdays is because they sucked for me, but I hope that these messages can be potentially a tipping point for you or for somebody that you love. I hope that as I've been doing these messages over the past year or so, that you've at one point or another felt something. And I hope that you've been sharing it with people that you love and care about as well, because that's the idea here, is love and care and acceptance and spreading the message of hope, really. So today is going to happen regardless. So if you're having a bad day, just get through it, just survive. If you're having a good day, really pour it on. Like, challenge yourself to listen to a new podcast on the way home, or start a new book or something like that. Pour on the positivity until your brain is to the point where it expects every day to be a great day. There's a musician back in the day. His name was Stevie Wonder. He was a beautiful pianist and musician, performer. He was blind as well. And it wasn't just like cheering for the blind guy. I mean, this guy had real talent. This guy was legit and famous, and then turned into a beautiful man later in his life. But he said, just because a man lacks the use of his eyes doesn't mean he lacks vision. I've always thought that quote was remarkable, coming from a blind person. For the fellow men watching, maybe we think being a real man always means being strong and capable, good looking, and in charge. If we have a disability or a limitation, such as blindness or a learning disorder, we may have thought we were less masculine or less worthy. But today's message isn't just for men. All of us have some sort of disability or limitation. For me, it was dyslexia and audible dyslexia. Even those people who look like they have it all together, and I would say maybe most people that look like they have it all together, they can be blinded by their own ego at times without realizing it. That's exactly what my former life looked like. Some disabilities are more visible than others, but they usually confront some degree of powerlessness within us. So we don't find our finest human qualities until we have met our limitations or disabilities and accepted them. For those of us that have a disability, there's a lot of acceptance needed to find inner peace, isn't there? A new side of our strength develops when we accept our powerlessness and yield to it rather than trying to take charge of it. It's human nature to want to try to take charge of our limitations, and if you're like I used to be, trying to conceal them or deny that they're even there in the first place, or maybe you're exactly like me and you throw a pity party over your inability to accomplish or do something. We develop greater vision, broader vision, when we stop feeling sorry for ourselves about our disability, and then we surrender to its truth. When we surrender, we gain altitude on the situation and choose the higher road of acceptance. We find not only a perspective shift, but we develop a deeper appreciation for the limitation or disability that's been sort of holding us back. So maybe your disability is something like dyslexia or blindness. Or maybe your disability looks like pride and stubbornness in a relationship. But the longer we try to dress it up and hide it from the world, the more obvious it actually becomes. My message is to accept our struggles and rise above them. This process is a beautiful metamorphosis of change. And when you witness it in another person, it's kind of like an addicting feeling a little bit. Through acceptance, our world can look much different than it does now. And if you're thinking your problems don't apply here, show yourself to the barn, saddle up, and find yourself a horse, because we've got work to do. Success lives on the other side of doubt. Success lives on the other side of fear. Success lives on the other side of dishonesty. Success lives on the other side of struggle. But success favors the prepared. That's why when we're having a good day, we really need to try hard to make it a great day, because there's inevitably a bad day coming down the road. When we work on us, it multiplies into all areas of our life. It doesn't matter if you're a painter or a rodeo clown or a banker. Undoubtedly, working on ourselves makes us better at our jobs and makes us more appealing to work with if we interact with clients or whoever we call our customers. Maybe it's patients, but those people in our business that we serve want to work with us more and give us better reviews of ourselves when we work on us. So I hope that you have a great ending to your week. I hope that you have a positive weekend and that you learn as much as you can about yourself. But if it's a bad day, just get through it. Just survive to another day. You give yourself a chance when you don't give up. So I hope that you have an awesome, amazing week, and I'll talk to you next week, guys. See ya. Bye-bye.